Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a Witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Go ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
To a lone Witcher, perhaps. To 40 of my men-at-arms, but another skirmish.
40, 50, 100? Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich. Capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnapped the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher.
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names, one of them stained. A drop of wine looks...
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saint Tour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint Real, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Revello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint Real was stolen.
Saint Real.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless...
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. We must ride to Castel Revello at once.
Wait.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our...
Your Grace, what you propose is far too...
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally. We shall go, accompanied. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment.
This vampire. Have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
You've the look of a knight. Over there, monsters have come.
Commissioning, I'm off to the bells, quick as a flash.
Gideon.
Those girls can't wait to see me.
Panthers have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Come on. Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this.
Let you beast! Begone!
You're gonna make it.
Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us!
Back, you beast! Begone! Save us! Back, you beast! Begone!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
They were
Thank
fortunate
you.
we happened
You
by.
saved our lives.
Hooray!
Tell me more about this vineyard. Castel Ravello.
It's the best in Oltusa. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
This is an inspection.
Oh, and who are you, sir?
This is Geralt of Rivia. Which is to say, I expect you...
Of...
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabrizio.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at you.
Some of this wine might have been stolen. Just a suspicion we have, but any burglaries?
Burglaries? Not to my knowledge. And a few days past I took stock of the inventory. All the barrels lie safe.
The Sonreal. How many
One might say only...
Not like you make the wine all alone.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. The workers assist me only to the stage of ferment. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this
We'll not get anywhere asking questions.
Your Grace?
Master Fabrizio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone... Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When... Remind me, where...
In the main cellar.
I shall find it. Give me the key.
Oh, of course.
Come, Witcher.
We shall wait here, Master
I
Fabrizio.
did nothing wrong.
What if Fabrizio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabrizio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Ervelous. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Got Pomino over here. San Real. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full.
This one is full.
This one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Full. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of San Real? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Got the taps.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
Ready.
Step aside.
So,
I'd recognize this taste anywhere. This one is good. Revolting, bitter plonk.
could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace, I...
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sorial. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish.
Who'd you sell the...
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for...
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and...
I've no Sintrin aristocrat at court.
wine itself?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their...
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed.
That's enough.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sintry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astre.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say.
See no reason to...
We will set out now. Position.
Fine. When the hand... Just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You are not the most endearing of men. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Not at all surprised. Expected she'd want to oversee this personally.
The master's eye fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call it...
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Barrels.
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after...
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies up. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Oughta be worried about me right now.
Go on, man.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else...
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post.
Let's go to town.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see...
Need to find the Cintrian, whether or not he's responsible. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing in... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Centurion does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Used to it. Not the first...
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Centurion accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Centurion's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Centurion gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
The Mandragora?
A club, an affiliation of local...
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. All arrive in elaborate masks.
Gotta nab the Centurion. See?
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, so...
Out of the question. If the Centurion truly does have men about the city, he will find out
Duchess is right. Need to be careful.
precisely what
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company,
Where's the event gonna be held?
the Mandragora always assembles at the same place. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire.
I should double the patrols, just in case. Geralt, well met.
Life in Beauclair can be quite dear. Death. That's always free. Show me your sword.
Damned.
What's new, mon ami?
Witcher.
Oh! Hey! Excuse me. Hey!
Sacre bleu. It's a...
Excuse me?
There is no excuse. There is but the need to outfit you anew.
All jests aside,
I'm...
thanks.
Ever your servant, sir.
Don't push.
The North must be a terrible barbaric.
Nice tune.
Dark secrets taints even a fairy tale does.
Your reputation precedes
Go
you,
on,
Geralt.
kill me, do the deed!
Watch where you step.
Another murder by the horrid beast. Milton de Peyrac Peyran falls victim to his...
Late. Now, why does that not surprise me?
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... Just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Any idea?
Likely because they imagine it oh so... The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrat...
Let's go.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They... How do we find this Intrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary play. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention.
Tell us about...
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont.
Shame. You would have loved to.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti.
Visual illusions.
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuvenbrand.
We were
You are admirers, I surmise.
It cannot be easy to identify.
I don't know.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri Orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Koviri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we...